Let's make some potato soup. I'm going to start with a stick of butter and 2 bags of these Southern style hash browns because I'm doubling this recipe. I had a friend who had a hysterectomy on Friday, and she told me ahead of time that she was having it, so I had it on my calendar and I wanted to bring her some soup. So 2 bags of those potatoes, 2 boxes of chicken broth. You're going to let that boil together until the potatoes are about fork tender, you know. When the potatoes are ready, that's when you start adding your cheese and stuff, and I don't know how I didn't get this on camera, but I added a whole 16-ounce bag of shredded cheddar and a whole block of cream cheese. And now I'm adding 2 heaping spoons of sour cream. Then I'm going to season it up. I'm using a good bit of onion powder because I didn't use a minced onion or a diced onion. Now I'm going to use some Morton's Nature Seasoning, some black pepper, and some flaky salt. When I do potato soup, I like to have meat in it. Sometimes you can use like Conecuh sausage if you just want to, but I usually either go for ham or bacon. And this time I'm doing both. I got me a little baggie of my stringy ham out. I saved me a couple pieces off to the side so I can snack on it. But I'm going to chop it up really, really small and put it in there and then add a whole bag of real bacon bits. If you got time and you want to, you can just cook a few pieces of bacon and crumble them up and put them in there, but I just used a bag of them this time. And the last thing I do when I'm making my potato soup is I take a whisk and I kind of whisk around in the soup a little bit. Everything's all in there and hot and ready to eat, but I like the potatoes to break up a little bit. It'll thicken the soup, and you'll still have chunks of potatoes, as you can see in the whisk. I'm having to knock them out, but it'll break them up a little bit more so that the soup gets a little thicker. And now I'm ready to eat. I got me a little bowl of it. And I don't know what it is, but I love to eat potato soup with those little oyster crackers. That's the only soup I like the oyster crackers in. Otherwise, I usually use normal saltines. But it's so good with potato soup. Now I'm preparing about half of it in a container to take to my friend. I wanted to take her a good bit so it'll last her and her family for a while. That's why I doubled the recipe this time, because I wanted some for my house too. But I'm going to send her a little get well card with it and a pack of oyster crackers too. I love you. Stay classy.